Hello everybody. So today I'm going to do a recipe on a vegan chai tea concentrate because I have a daughter that is still living at home who she absolutely loves chai tea, and it can be kind of pricey and I don't want her spending her money on getting chai tea lattes, and she loves it. And if I buy that Oregon chai tea concentrate that you buy already pre-mixed, you know, that's like, I don't know, $6 or $7 for a little carton thing, or sometimes less, sometimes more, but that can be kind of pricey too. So why not make your own at home for less than half the cost? And I'm gonna veganize it, and because usually the ones you buy in the store are already pre-made, the concentrated ones, they have honey in them. And some vegans, you know, say honey is okay, some don't, but this is a really easy way to make it yourself at home for just pennies on the dollar. And my trick that I'm going to show you is, instead of straining your spices, try and strain them through a strainer, go to the paint store and get yourself a paint strainer bag, because you can get, like, I've had this for a few years now. That's how long it lasts. But you can get like 3 of them for a few bucks or something. I don't know, the price may have gone up. But they are really, really cheap, and they work really great for making nut milks. They work great for straining spices like this. They're just really easy to use, and it's way cheaper than buying a nut milk bag or using a icky old pantyhose or something. I don't know, but these paint strainer bags are great. So get one of those. So let's get started with the recipe, okay? So I'll see you in a minute. Okay, so we have our spices laid out here, and you can get your spices at any spice shop. You can order them online. You can get them at the grocery store. I got mine at Rosar's grocery store in the huckleberry section, the health food section, and it's all in the bulk sections. So they're pretty easy to come by. So what you're gonna need is 3 star anise. So that's what those look like. 15 whole cloves. You're gonna need 2 teaspoons of cardamom. They look like little mouse droppings. 2 vanilla beans, 5 cinnamon sticks, 5 little balls of allspice, 1 teaspoon of peppercorns, a 2 to 3 inch knob of ginger sliced up like that. And you're gonna need 5 black tea bags, and I didn't have black tea bags, so this is about 6 tablespoons of loose leaf black tea, and 1/3 cup of sweetener of your choice. Now, I was using some leftover agave that I had, and then I topped it off with coconut palm sugar. But if I'm gonna recommend, if anybody uses raw honey, don't put it in until the mixture, the water cools down a little bit, so you don't damage the enzymes in the honey. Okay, so I'm gonna place all these in my nut bag, and I'll show you, and we'll get them in the pot of water. Oh, and it's gonna be 6 cups of water, okay? So I'll be right back. Just waiting for the water to boil. You know that saying, a watched pot never boils. But once this water starts to boil, then you're gonna turn it down to simmer, and that's when you're gonna add the spices in. As you can see, I got everything in my paint strainer bag here, but I kind of made a boo-boo, because you're supposed to do the spices first, because I got to simmer for 20 minutes, and then you put the tea in at the end and let it steep at the end for 10 minutes, but I kind of messed up and I threw them all in the bag, and I don't feel like digging them all out. So hopefully this is gonna turn out, and it's not gonna get too bitter tasting or anything, because, you know, tea is kind of temperamental that way. But we're gonna give it a go, and hopefully it turns out. Okay, I think that's good enough. It's starting to get to a boil. I am going to turn it down some, because we just want it to simmer. And I'm gonna take my paint strainer bag, I'm just gonna put it in there, and I am going to set my timer for 20 minutes. So we'll be back in 20 minutes. Okay, so it's been 20 minutes, the timer's gone off, and here is my mess of spices here. And when this cools off, I'll squeeze it into the pot more too. And one thing I forgot to mention with the vanilla beans, I actually scored them too. before I put them in there? Okay, so now I'm gonna add my sweetener. And I'm gonna stir this in until the granules dissolve. This is the point after it cools off for a little while. This isn't very cool yet. That's when I would add the raw honey if that's what you're gonna do. But otherwise, it is pretty much done. So I'm gonna strain it one more time and I'll show you that process and we'll put it in the fridge. Okay, so what I did is I poured it from the pot into this mug right here, and I have a tea strainer thing, and as you can see, I don't know if you can tell, there's a little bit of sediment down there, but not much. You don't really have to do this. I just did it just to make it a little bit more clear, and then I'm going to pour it into here and I'm going to store it in the fridge. It's a 1-to-1 ratio of tea to whatever kind of milk you want. And so I'm just gonna pour it in here for now. Oh geez, see, here I am. I'm terrible with these videos. I'm gonna have to do this over the sink. Anyways, I'm gonna pour this over here and I'm gonna make a cup of it and we'll do a taste test, okay? So let's see in a minute. Actually, there wasn't much sediment at all until the very end of the pot. So, but I just used a tea strainer. You don't even have to do this step if you don't want to, but it just kind of makes it a little bit more clear. Okay. I'm so terrible at these. I don't know why. I'm constantly spilling everything, guys. Always spilling. Always. Okay, so I just have some almond milk in the fridge I'm going to use. I would much rather like this probably with soy milk or cashew milk or something, but so the ratio is 50 and 50. So we'll do half that. And half almond milk. Okay, let's give it a taste test and see how it goes. It's actually really good. Let's see it one more time. It's actually really good. I would probably like it a teeny bit sweeter, but that's just me because I like things sweet. And I definitely would like it with a thicker type of milk, creamier milk, I should say. But other than that, this turned out pretty darn good, guys, for homemade. So there you have it, homemade chai tea concentrate. I'm just gonna put it in the fridge and it'll be good to go. And it's good for probably a week or so, or maybe even a little longer, but I doubt it's gonna be in there that long. Okay, so another tip I have is how to clean this bag when you're done. So you turn it inside out, dump all your contents out, just swish it around in your soap water, let it soak for a few minutes. And I'm going to leave that in there. And then you pretty much just rinse it off under the sink. And I just, after it's rinsed off, I hang it over my thing to dry like that, over the faucet to dry. And that's how you wash that out. Okay, see you later. Thanks, guys, and I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, please give me a thumbs up. And I'm going to be doing videos on recipes and random facts and just my weight loss journey and my healthy lifestyle journey every Monday, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. I was going to try and do them every day, but it's just too hard. So my goal is Monday, Tuesday, Thursdays. So we'll be back. I'll be back again on Monday. So see you around.